Hello everyone. So in today's session, we are going to talk about the advanced visualization. In previous recording or session, you have came across the basic visualization, right? Under that, we have talked lots about the bar charts, some line charts, ribbon chart, pie chart, donor chart, and tree map. And today, we will be going through the mapping visuals and some AI visuals. So let's get started. But before that, uh, let's discuss something about this waterfall chart over here. Right. So let me just change this page name to waterfall as we are going to discuss the waterfall chart over here. So, before going towards or discussing about the waterfall chart, let me just take, okay, just hold on. Yes, so let me add the sales over here, right? So this is my sales, the total sales. Let me just resize it. If I hover over here, you will just get that 77 million of total sales. Now, what if I want to see the sales of the particular year? So for that, what we go do is we just go towards our filter pane, and over here I will just add the filter. And suppose I just want to see the sale of 2019, and I will get that. Okay, this is one way to see this. What if I want to see the sale of particular date of particular year? So for that, what I will do, I will be adding the dates and applying some advanced filtering where I want to see on or before the date one, suppose 2019. Then I will apply this filter over here. Okay, so now the date that I have given, it's like 1st of July 2019, and I want to see the sales on or before that. So it was around like 44 millions of sales. So every time when I want to see the sale of particular year or the particular date, I have to apply the filter, right? So instead of doing this, what we can do is we can use the waterfall chart. Now let's see how we can do that. So let me just remove this and let me add the waterfall chart over here. So this is my waterfall chart. I'm resizing it over here. So if I talk about the waterfall chart, it's a chart that shows the cumulative effect of positive and negative values. So let us understand this. So in the category field, I will add a year, and I want to see the sales. So let me go ahead and drag the sales into my y-axis, and I want to break it down by region. So I will go under my region table. Under that, I'm having my region field over here. Okay, so here I'm getting some of the colors, and you can see the green color specify the increase in a sales. Red color is the decrease in a sale. Blue color is showing you the total, and this is something the other. But it's showing me in a decreasing way, so I don't want in that way. So I'm going over here. I want to sort it in ascending value. All right, so now this is something that I wanted to see. So over here, each year sales volume gets added to the previous year so that you can eventually have your total 77 million of sales, right? So it's going to give you that. So here you can see from FY 2018 and from southwest region, it's starting with that, and it's going towards the Canada. It's going towards there is an increase in sales in northeast sites in France itself, in the United Kingdom, and there is this other. So other, it's something like who it's not making that much of sales comes under this other category. So that is this other is representing over here. So as I told you, the each year sales volumes are getting added to the previous year so that you will get the total of the 77 million. Right. So this is how the waterfall chart uh, shows. Like it shows the cumulative effect of positive and negative value. Even if you go over here, right, in a 2019 year, you can see there is some decrease in a sales under this northeast region over here. Right. So this is how the waterfall chart works. Next thing that we are going to discuss is about now mapping visuals and some AI visuals that are present in a Power BI. So if I talk about the mapping visuals, right, Power BI provides multiple mapping visuals to analyze the geographic data. So in a very first, in the beginning itself, I explain you whenever there is some geographic related data, for that you use the map. Okay, so very simple map over here we have. It's a it's a map, or we also called as a bubble map. So let me just click on that map over here like this, and let me add a region in the location field. So it will show you the regions that we have. Like in the North America, we are having some around five region, right? We have Canada, we have northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Here we are having Australia. Here we are having the central, and here we are having some European, like United Kingdom, Germany, and France. Okay, so these are the region, and now I want to see the sales of it. So under my bubble size over here, I will be adding the sales. So I will simply drag the sales over here. Now over here, you can see the change in the bubbles, right? So if I talk about the map visual plots the data point as a bubbles on a geographical map. The size of the bubble represents the magnitude of a measure. For example, here we have taken a sales, right? So it's showing you the total sales. If I hover over here, by completely you the size of it, you can say that it's the region that is making the maximum sale. And yes, it is. It's a southwest. So that is how this map allows user to visualize some spatial information. You can like sales by region of, or you want to see any customer location, or you want to see any traffic patterns or tornadoes. So those kind of, you can use the map visual for this. Along with that, we also have some field map. If I talk about the field map, it's also called as pleth map. Choropleth map. It shades the geographic areas like countries or states and regions based on a measures. Darker or lighter shades represent higher or lower values. And if I talk about the Azure map is an advanced mapping visuals in Power BI that provides some interactive and customizable maps with multiple layers. It supports the features like heat maps, some reference layer like traffic and weather, and some clustering, some drive time analysis. For that, you can use a Azure map, but for that, you need some subscriptions and license for that. And apart from that, so yeah, so this is how this different types of maps can be used for your visualization. Next up, now we'll be talking about some Power BI AI visuals. So over here, we have some, four AI visuals that is presented over here. So let's discuss some AI visuals over here now. So as I told you, in Power BI, it includes some AI powered visuals that help users gain some deeper insights from their data. This visual leverage artificial intelligence to automate analysis, detect trends, and provide some explanation. So let's see how it's going to work. So the very first that we are going to talk about is a key influencer. This. So let me go towards my next page. But before that, I will just rename it to map. Now let's go towards our next page and we will be discussing about the key influencer, which will. So it's an AI visual that helps in identifying the key factor or variables that are driving the outcomes, allows user to perform and a cause of effect analysis of their data. So let's go ahead and click on key influencer over here. Let me resize it like this. And now what I want to analyze, I'm analyzing the sales. So that's the reason I will be adding a sales over here. And I want to explain the sales by, you can explain it by category, you can explain it by product, you can explain it by country. So let's add some explaining thing over here. So let me go and add by category. Okay, so if I add and the category, okay, I'm analyzing the sales and I want to see which is the key factor or variable that is drawing the outcomes, right? So yeah, just give me a second. Yes, so we were talking about the key influencer. So as I was saying, it helps you to identify which factors most impact a given metric. So for that, it uses the machine learning to analyze the relationship between the independent variables and some dependent metric over here. So as I'm analyzing the sales and I'm explaining it by category, so which category is influencing to increase in a sales. So the here you can just clearly see as that the bike is influencing the sales to increase loud under the categories, like as we are having this is a manufacturing company who manufactures the bikes and some its spare parts and all those stuff. So which category of is influencing the sales to increase? So it's a bike. Like sometimes when we are working on a visuals and maybe sometimes we miss something, so by using this you will get an idea. So sale is mostly likely to increase when the category is bike, otherwise it's an average. You can clearly see over here, right? It's average line, it's showing over here, and this is something the bike is showing. If you want to go and what influences sales to decrease, so it's showing you like the category is clothing and also the accessories. So sales is more likely to decrease when categories is clothing, otherwise it's an average. So these are the two categories that is not making that much of sales as compared to the bikes. So you can use the key influencer to see which factor is driving the most outcome, right? So this is how you work with a key influencer. if I just want to add a product over here, even now you will get under the category which product is making. So you can just see, let me go towards the increase in the sales. So this is some mountain bike of color black, and it's having some series. This is how it's influencing the more sales. Even if I want to add some other, you can just add it over here under the explain by section. Right. So this is how the key influencer work. Next up, we are going to talk about the next AI visual, that is decomposition tree. So let me add a decomposition tree over here, and let us add this. So now if I talk about the decomposition tree, it allows user to break down a metric into a multiple dimensions hierarchically. Users can manually drill down into a data, or let Power BI determine the most significant breakdown. Okay, so now let's see. Now, as like from the when we started with the visualization, we are it's a sales data, so we are analyzing the sales over here. So now let's take the sum of sales, right? And so under that, we will be adding the sales. I want to analyze the sales. Okay, this is how the sales is showing us. Now, under the explain by section, you can add anything. It's not matter what field that is going to come up. Like for example, I want to see the sales by country. Okay, so let me add a country over here. Okay, and I also want to see in that country which category is making more sell, and which product is making more sell onto that category. So over here, I have added three: country, category, and product. So over here, now you can see, and we can split your data. So it's up to you how you choose to split your data. As I told you, it's not necessary how you're going to, place those field over here. It's something right over here. So I will go for the high value. And okay, first I will go for the country. Okay, so now you can see which country is making more sales. It's clearly showing me the United States. Okay, and now if I go and add, and now what I want to see. I want to see in which category it's making a sales, or which product. So let me go towards the category. So now you can see it's started breaking down it. So under the United States, bike is the category that is making a more sales. Now, which product is making a more sales? Now you can just see the names of the product. There are some mountaineering bike, there are some road bike. So you can just see over here. Even if I just want to add the color, so which color? Black, right? So this is how the decomposition tree works. It's an AI visual that allows user to analyze the factors that contribute to a particular metric or an outcome. So it's breaking down a single metric into its component part and displaying the relationship between the part. It helps understand the driving factors of a particular metric and identifying the areas for improving. So this is how you work with a decomposition tree. So let me just re as a decomposition tree. Okay, so next visual now I'm going to talk about is a Q&A visual. So let's talk about something about Q&A. So let me go towards my next page, and over here I will add the Q&A visual. Okay, like this. So if I talk about a Q&A visual, it allows user to ask a natural language questions and get answers in the form of visualization. So Power BI interprets the query and generates an appropriate visual dynamically. So that's the reason it makes a self-service analytics easier for non-technical users, allowing them to explore the data interactively. Okay, so let me just type show me the sales by country. I've just typed in the natural language and now it's showing me the sales by country. Okay, now let me just go ahead and add show me the sales by region. So it's going to show you the sales by a region. Okay, now sales by category, right? So it's giving me the visual. Okay, so now I have just wanted to see the sales by category. So it's directly giving me the sales. Okay, and you make this or turn this Q&A result into a standard visual. So over here you have an option like beside this gear icon, you have this option. So over here, you just click and now you can see your result is now changed into the visual. Okay, now again, I will go towards my Q&A and over here, suppose I want to see the total sales. Okay, so it's giving me some kind of card. So I will just go ahead and add this over here. And again, I want to go ahead and I want to see the, suppose I want to see how many salesperson are there. Sales person. are- Okay, so yeah. So in my data, I have a count of salesperson that is of 18. Okay, so I'm not formatting right now anything, but I'm just showing it's how easy to use this Q&A and you can just create your report on top of it. Even if I want to go ahead and okay, where is yeah, this is my let me sales by product. Okay, and let me end. So this is giving me the sales by product. So see, you can just see it's very easy for to make a report, but yeah, it have some limitation. So you can use this and you can work according to your understanding also. So this is how you work with your Q&A and also you can teach you the Q&A to make it, to give it some suggestions so that it will work accordingly. So for that, I'll be going over here to this gear icon like this. And under that, you have lots of options. Like if you want to add some synonyms, you can do that. So under this, I'm having this teach Q&A option. And now if I enter over here, earning by nation. Okay, so when I type over here like this, so you can see that Power BI is not able to understand what is the meaning of earning, right? So what in what context we are giving the answer. So over here, earning means I just wanted to see the sales by region. So in this way, you can, teach. Yes, so now you can just get an answer. So in this way, you can teach the Q&A. Right? So this is how you work with a Q&A. Let me give this name as Q&A. And the last that we have is a narrative, a smart narrative visual. So for that, what I will do, I will just quickly go over here at a column chart, and I want to see, suppose I want to see the sales and by country. Okay, like this. Now, if I add the smart narrative over here, okay, so see, once I added the sales by country and I clicked on the smart narrative. So it's an AI visual that allows user to add an auto-generated summary of the data to the report. So it's generated, it basically generates the automated text-based summaries of key insights from a report or a visual. So right now I have added the visual of sales by country, so it's giving you some of the summary of that particular visual over here. And it updates as the data changes, right? If data changes, it will get update also. So now you can clearly see that at 51 million, United States has the highest sum of sales and was like around this much of percent higher than Australia, which has the lowest sum of sales of around 13. So even you can see the percentage, and across all six countries, it range from, showing you the range. So it's giving you some summary of your report that will be very useful for you when you are, doing some documentation on all those stuff. So this is how your smart narrative or narrative visual work. Right. So, in conclusion, I can say, like in Power BI's AI and mapping, which will enhance the data analysis by providing automated insights and geographic visualization. AI visual helps users to identify some trends and some explanation, while mapping visual provides some geospatial insights. So choosing the right visual depends on what type of analysis is been needed. So now we have covered like almost all the visuals, and now you all will be uh, able to make a reports accordingly. So thank you everyone.